Hello everyone, welcome back to this Lonely Hardcore Survival, a place where we can all be lonely together. My name is Lonely, let's get started. It's been a couple days that I want to venture over these mountains because there's a huge villager outpost and they're keeping some wolves captive. So I thought today would be a great idea to go and grab them, bring them back home and give them a nice little place around our house. Hello my friends, and hi Whiskey. So let's go, make our way inside the nether so we can reach the mob spawner right here, grab some string, make our way back home, grab some slime from the slime farm and make a bunch of leads and also sleep the night so that we are ready to grab every wolf that we find. And inside our tree farm, I wanna get a couple bones, there we go, so we can tame the wolves once we're here. And last but not least, I wanna build a boat so that as we make our way to the other side of the mountain through this beautiful birch forest, we can cross this river safely. There we go. So now let's make our way to the other side of the river, where we can climb yet another mountain and look at our clock tower from afar. It's looking quite cool if you ask me. Anyways, let's march on until we find what we are looking for. Here's a cow and a pig off in the distance, but no wolves yet to be found. Quite a big ominous cave, and finally the pillager outpost. We've been around here before in one of the previous episodes, but we haven't yet taken the time to liberate it properly. So let me place down this ender chest, get my second skin and my evil slayer, and probably my bow and arrow as well, equip the chest plate, and now go on a little adventure. Let's make our way up here and see if we can spot the enemies before they spot us. Oh yes my friends, there we go. I think the battle has finally begun. Now let's make our way inside the tower and see if there's anything interesting to borrow. Forever, of course. So inside this chest, some bottle of enchanting, some more arrows which are always useful, string, potatoes and wheat, carrots, and some nice dark oak logs, which I love. I must say this was quite a successful raid, so I wanna make my way down, and now it's time to find those wolves, and maybe grab a couple berries. For the road. And there we go my friends, finally our first wolf, and as you can see it's already being hunted down by these two pillagers. But not anymore, so let's equip some bones. Hello my friend, and let's see if we can lure it down. Come here buddy. Oh no you don't. I think it's going to need some help coming down. There we go, so now we can feed some bones, only one apparently. Let's make it stand up, attach it to a lead, and look for a second one. But first, I'll need your help looking for some of your friends. Come on, let's go over here. Oh yes, there we go, here's the second one. Once again, let's grab our bones and feed it a little bit. Wow, first try once again. I think it was meant to be. Now we can make it stand up and attach him to a lead. And now with these two wolves rescued from this pillager outpost and the evil pillagers, it's time to slowly make our way back home. And there are also some pillagers quite away from home, so for the sake of our new wolf puppies, let's try to avoid them this time. Finally out of the forest and towards this big river, so let's grab our handy boat and make our way across. I think they're enjoying themselves, but we are already here. And I think that now that we're out from the danger zone, we can probably remove these leads and allow the wolves to follow us freely. So with a little more climbing, we are already back at the clock tower. And finally back home. Now I really want these two to have an amazing home somewhere inside our hardcore world. And I think that the best place to put them is going to be somewhere on this animal farm. When I think of wolves, I usually think of their homes as being caves. So why don't we make our way towards this mountain, behind the cow pen, right here, sit these two down. Oh wow, I had no idea you could breed wolves with pork chop, but they actually made a little baby, which although I wasn't expecting, I'm extremely happy about. But now we can sit them down as we go grab our materials to build their home, starting with equipping our elytra to make it easier to move around from place to place, getting rid of the things in our inventory that we do not need, putting our bow and arrow back inside the ender chest, alongside the second skin and the evil slayer, and let's use this nice little bottle of enchanting to bring us nearly to level 491. And the items that I'm going to need to build the wolves then are probably a combination of cobblestone, stone, spruce, some moss, some gravel, some dark oak, and why not some mossy cobblestone as well. I'm also gonna take the stone cutter, which is always useful for building things like these, and I'm also going to make a nice crafting table and some chests. And now that I think about it, instead of the chests, I'm gonna make some barrels. And if ever we need anything else, we can just grab it as we're building. And yes, I really think it's gonna be so nice to see the wolves house right here. So let's place down our crafting table, some barrels for storage, our stone cutter, our bed for the night, and let's start digging to see how big we want to make this whole den. And we also found some handy coal. Oh wow, and some copper as well. Although I really like the shape, I think I would like to make it a little deeper, just to give the wolves much more space. I'm trying to be very random with the blocks that I mine and the blocks that I leave, just to keep the shape as natural as possible. So I think the cave entrance is gonna be like this, then we're gonna make our way inside, and it's gonna curve right to where they're probably going to sleep. So let's make this a little bit taller, and also quite a bit brighter. And I think that this is as natural as we're going to get. What do you think about it, my friends? I can't wait to leave them free inside their own house. We can now grab some moss and some cobblestone, with some mossy cobblestone, to make this floor look much nicer. Starting by digging a random pattern inside the floor, filling it up with mossy cobblestone, especially on the sides, cobblestone, some gravel, some moss, and finally some stone bricks to make this whole floor look much better already. Now let's do something similar for the walls. Adding some cobblestone, a tiny bit of mossy cobblestone, some moss in the corners, and finally some stone bricks to give the whole cave a very nice texture. And the kid is already grown. Now, because these wolves came from a pillager outpost, I would like to add some straight dark oak log beams all around the cave to add some support, but also some much needed color. And now with the base of the wolves den done, it's time to add some nice details to breathe even more life inside this beautiful build. Alright my friends, let's go. So cute. Starting by going to the village to grab some much needed iron, turn it into iron nuggets, and with some torches make a couple lanterns. And now that we are at the iron farm, with all of this iron, I would like to convert it all into iron blocks so that we can free up some space. Alright, much better already. So now we can go back to the wolf cave, and with some sticks and some spruce, we can make some fences, and of course some fence gates. And how could I forget my handy trapdoors? And I also want to make some stairs, which are going to come in very useful for these little arches. With some trapdoors, the fences of course, fence gates, and a little bit more spruce here and there. Let's also make some dark oak fences that we can add to add even more color variation to this cave. And now with the lanterns we made earlier and some chains, we can put them down, just like so, to light up the whole area without the need of torches. We also have some more barrels, which are gonna come in very handy for storage, but also for some nice decoration. Now just missing some moss carpet. Awesome. And I also want to grab some light blue wool that we can use to make some light blue carpets and make this texture floor a little more comfortable for the wolves. And another thing that I really want to do is take this nice deep slate diamond ore and some gold that we can then put right here for the wolves to protect. And I hope that my three friends are now ready to come join us into their new home. Alright, here they come. And just like that, these three stray wolves have the most important cave in all of our Minecraft hardcore world. And now we can also get rid of this little setup. Just like that. My friends, what a beautiful little home that we built these three wolves. And now it's time to get some dye, like light blue, orange, and some lime dye as well, alongside a nice name tag inside our naming hall called Lulu. Now we can have the light blue dye be Lulu, and the lime dye and the orange dye, I don't really know what I would like to name them yet. So if you have some nice names for them, leave them in the comments. And before we leave, let's see if we can add a member to the family. Alright, just like that. And we'll also have to find a color for the little one. But my friends, with this beautiful cave done, and our new wolf pack created, with Lulu as the alpha dog, I think it's time to move on to the naming. Many of you left incredible comments on my last video, asking me to name a couple things, so let's start with my friend Mudabir, who would like me to name a bottle of Dragon's Breath refreshment, but because unfortunately I do not have any bottle of Dragon's Breath with me, I'm gonna take a splash potion of weakness and name that refreshment instead. And this can go, of course, inside our little trophy room, right here. Next up we have my friend Proshot, who would like me to name a diamond after him, so there you go my friend, and this diamond can go right here. And my friend Samohod would like me to name a panda after him, but because I didn't find any bamboo forest yet, we'll have to get this name tag and put it right here instead of our hall of names. With Bug, which maybe I should relocate in the wolf cave. Let me know what you think. And last but definitely not least, my friend WhatsUp would like me to name a chicken after him. And I have quite a lot of chickens around here, alongside Philip, Cookie, Nugget, Brownie, and some more. So there you go, my friend. Thank you all for these incredible names in the comments. As always, if you have some other names, let me know down below. But with all of this done, my friends, I think it's time to call it an episode, and I must say that it was a lot of fun to work on something a little bit smaller this time, but I think a lot more meaningful. And someone keeps stealing all of the blocks and unfortunately just vanished. But yeah, let me know how you feel about these smaller videos. I can't wait to see you next week in our next Lonely Hardcore episode. My name is Lonely, I wanna thank you all so much for watching, of course, and I hope that you had fun playing Minecraft with me. I guess sometimes we all feel a little lonely, but it doesn't mean that we cannot be lonely together. Well, my friends, the night is coming, so I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.